Desmond, are you still at work?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm sorry, I should have called you earlier to let you know. It looks like it will be another late night tonight.
Again? It seems like you've been working late a lot lately.
I know. I wish I could head home now. But it shouldn't be like this for too much longer. Another department fell behind with a major project, and they've asked my department to step in and help out where we can.
Oh, I see. Well, I was really messaging you just to let you know about a few things that are going on at home.
What's going on?
Well, Madeline brought her fiancé over to meet us today. He seems like a really nice young man. I wish you could have been here to meet him.
Wait, her fiancé?
Yes, her fiancé. Logan?
I didn't know that they were engaged.
Anyways, we ate at a steak restaurant downtown. It was a little pricey, but I think I deserved the treat and I wanted to do something nice for them.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
I could have sworn I told you about it. Madeline told me that they would be coming over a few days ago.
You never said a word about it. If I had known, I would have made sure to take at least a few hours off to celebrate with them.
I don't get why you were making a big deal out of this. It doesn't really matter if you meet him or not.
What do you mean?
Well, Madeline is only your stepdaughter after all. Her real father was there to meet him, and that's all that really matters.
I mean, of course he should be a part of it too. I'm not saying he shouldn't be a part of her life or anything. But I have been a part of her life for the past 15 years. We have a good relationship. I think of her as if she were my own daughter. I want to be there for her for big moments like this. I hope that she thought of me as a father too.
Don't talk nonsense. You are too sentimental, Desmond. Why would she think of you as her father when she already has one?
Why would you say that?
I thought you knew. She meets with him from time to time. From the way she talks about it, it sounds like they have really repaired their relationship since she was younger.
I see.
I have met with him a few times myself. I was surprised at first at how much he has changed from when we were married. Talking to him reminds me of when I was young and madly in love.
What are you saying? As far as Madeline goes, it doesn't bother me if she's been meeting with her biological father. I hope she is able to have a great relationship with him. But I was the one who raised her since she was 6 years old, and I know that we have a good relationship too.
Think whatever you like. That doesn't make it true. She just sees you as an ATM.
No, that's not true.
It's about time that you knew the truth, so I am just going to be blunt about it. When we met, I was a single mother with no money. I was barely able to make ends meet. When I met you, it was like a godsend. Here was a man with a great salary and fell head over heels for me almost instantly. I never felt much for you, but I knew that marrying you meant that me and my daughter could live comfortable lives.
Just an ATM. You only married me so that you didn't have to worry about money? All this time, the entire 15 years we have spent together, has all been based on my salary?
Of course it has. You're no great catch other than that. All I wanted was a slave to make me enough money so that I would never have to worry again.
That's all I am to you. A slave?
Like I said, there was no real reason to marry you other than that. You aren't all that good looking. And frankly, you try too hard to be romantic. It's kind of pathetic sometimes. But now that Madeline is provided for, I can finally be honest about how I feel. It's such a relief to finally say how I feel. I really never thought that Alex would amount to anything after we divorced. But a friend of mine told me a while back that they heard he had started his own business. Turns out that business is really successful, and he is making piles of money now. I thought that Madeline would like to get to know her real father again, so I contacted him and set up a time for us all to meet. I believe she is going to invite him to the wedding. Isn't it wonderful?
That much I knew.
Oh. How did you find out?
Madeline talked to me about it a few weeks ago.
Well, if you already know, then I guess there's not much left to say. After Madeline's wedding, I want a divorce, okay?
A divorce? How can you say that so easily? I get that our marriage has meant something different to you than it has to me. But seriously?
Look, I don't want any drama about it. I've said what I needed to say. I'm going to go take a bath and get some sleep.
Hang on a second.
Good night.
Hey, Madeline. Do you have a minute?
Dad! I was just about to text you.
Why? Did something happen?
Yesterday happened. I thought you were going to be at dinner to meet Logan. Why didn't you show? Or even call to say you couldn't make it? Mom said that she told you about it and that you promised to be there on time. I know your work is important and you've had to work a lot of overtime lately. But I thought you really wanted to meet Logan.
No, that's not what happened. I promise.
What do you mean? Why else wouldn't you have been there?
I mean, yes, I was working overtime yesterday evening. It was after 11 p.m. when I finally made it home. But I didn't know that you were bringing Logan to dinner or that there even was a dinner.
I don't understand. Mom said she told you about it. She told me you knew about it for weeks.
I'm sorry, Madeline. She never said anything at all to me about it until after the fact.
Oh no. I was afraid she was going to pull something like this. She was acting strange with Alex last night. She always pulls stuff like this, trying to manipulate people, make everything about her. I really thought that she would just let me have my wedding day without the drama. But I guess that was too much to hope for. But Dad, I'm not a little girl anymore. When she does stuff like this, please talk to me. Especially when it's about me.
I will. But try not to worry about me, okay? I would still like to meet Logan, though. Do you and him have some time that we could get together soon?
That would be great. I know Logan would like to meet you as well. I've told him how my mom can be sometimes, so he understands.
He sounds like a very nice young man. I look forward to meeting him. But look, I need to talk to you about your mom first.
What about her? Did something else happen?
I think it would be better to talk about this in person rather than over text. It would be great if Alex could come too. This concerns him as well.
Really? Why does it concern him?
Let's pick a time to meet and I promise I'll tell you everything. There's something I need to handle and I would like your help with it. After we talk, you can decide how much to tell Logan.
That sounds pretty serious. I don't like keeping secrets from Logan.
It is pretty serious, but you don't have to keep any secrets you don't want to. I'm sorry for being so vague and cryptic. I just think it's best we talk about this face to face.
The way you're talking is frightening me a little. But I get it. How about we meet for lunch next Saturday? I already have plans to see Logan that night, so I can talk to him after we meet.
That works for me. Do you mind talking to Alex about being there too?
I will.
Okay then. I'll see you then.
See you Saturday. Hey, Dad. It was nice seeing you today.
It was. Thank you for taking the time to come meet me for lunch. I know it wasn't the happiest of conversations. I wish we could have met just to catch up. But I was worried that if we didn't talk about this now, what's about to happen would make things even worse between us.
Don't worry. I completely understand. I still can't believe that Mom would actually say something like that to you. I know how she can be, but that's just cruel.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to hear you say that. Even if I do hate the thought of driving a wedge between you and your mom. Have you had time to talk to Logan yet?
Yeah, I talked to him.
What did he say?
He was pretty angry at my mom when he heard. He says he feels the same way I do and thinks we should do what you suggested.
Good. It sounds like he is a very understanding and kind person. I'm glad you met someone like him. I'm sure the two of you will be very happy together.
Thank you. Today is the day. My little girl gets married today. Everything is going to be better after today. I feel like a weight is being lifted off of my shoulders. I wonder if Alex will take me back after we are divorced. He never wanted to divorce me in the first place. I guess I'm just one of those people who men fall madly in love with.
I wish you good fortune with that. I filed the divorce papers at the courthouse a few days ago. It shouldn't take too long to get finalized.
You sent them already? I thought we were going to wait until after Madeline's wedding.
You said you wanted it done right after the wedding. This way, there is no time wasted. I'm also going to be really busy for the next week, so I wanted to get it taken care of before then.
Oh. Okay then. I suppose I can understand that. But what are you suddenly going to be busy with? More work projects?
I just arrived in Hawaii this morning.
Hawaii?
Yeah. I didn't say anything because I thought there was no need for you to know, since we were getting a divorce and all.
Well, sure. But you've never been the kind of person to go on a trip, much less a trip to Hawaii, without saying something. I'm a little surprised at you. I saw you the day before yesterday and you didn't say a word about going anywhere.
Like I said, I didn't think it concerned you. By the way, when I get back from my vacation, I will be moving straight into my new house. There may be some movers coming by to move my things while I'm gone.
You found a place already?
I did. I'm transferring to a different office in another state. It made sense to me to head straight to the new house after my vacation rather than returning to the old house. Plus, it lessens the amount of time that we have to be in each other's presence and look each other in the face.
Well, that's a little harsh. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you have been planning this moment for a while. But it's fine. It's better to get this over with as smoothly as possible so we can both go our separate ways.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, I expect that we won't have much to say to each other after this. So I suppose this is goodbye. You did a wonderful job as my obedient little ATM these past 15 years. Madeline's real father is going to be at her wedding tomorrow, so there's no need for you to come. You would only make everyone uncomfortable.
I have no doubt that Madeline's wedding will be spectacular. Considering that it's going to take place here in Hawaii, that is.
What?
What?
What do you mean, Hawaii?
That's why I'm here. To be here for Madeline's wedding.
Excuse me? Are we talking about the same Madeline?
Of course. I don't know any others.
I don't understand. Since when is her wedding going to be in Hawaii?
Since she and Logan agreed to have it here.
You must be out of your mind. There's no way she would go to Hawaii and not tell me. She's at the hotel getting ready for the ceremony. I'll prove it.
That's actually true. In a way. She is at the hotel getting ready for the wedding ceremony. She's just at a hotel here in Hawaii.
You can't be serious.
I feel for you. This is probably a tough way to find out. Too late and too far away to make it in time. But don't worry. Alex and I will walk her down the aisle together.
Alex is there too?
Madeline wanted him here. Isn't that what you wanted? For them to have a better relationship?
Well, yes. But what about me? I'm her mother. How could you leave me behind? How could she leave me behind? I raised her. I gave birth to her. I deserve to be there. Not you.
She didn't want you here.
What?
I have to go. It's almost time.
Wait a second. Hey! Answer me! Desmond! Are you finally back? We need to talk. Actually, you need to explain yourself.
You're right. Now that the divorce is finalized, there are a few things I've kept quiet that it's time to get out in the open.
Kept quiet?
First of all, you did not reunite Madeline and Alex. I did.
How so?
Alex's company is one of my company's clients. We met a few years back at a business meeting.
2 years ago? And you never said anything?
At first, we had no idea who each other was outside of business. But the more we talked, he mentioned his daughter and ex-wife, and eventually we put 2 and 2 together. He told me that he would like to meet Madeline sometime. He didn't seem anything like the alcoholic that you described, so I figured he had been in recovery and gotten his life together. I arranged for them to meet and then stayed out of their business for the most part.
You still haven't explained why you didn't tell me about any of this.
I didn't dare tell you any of it.
But why?
Your daughter is an adult now. She is capable of making her own choices and deciding who she wants to include in the things that are important to her. And she has come to realize that she can't trust you. You have a tendency to make everything about you, regardless of what that means for other people.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I'm partly referring to the affair that you had 2 years ago with a man half your age.
What? What affair? I would never do something like that.
Deny it all you like, Julia. I had a feeling that you weren't being entirely faithful. So I hired a private detective to uncover the truth for me. When I found out, I wished that I had never gone looking. I continued to be your obedient slave, pumping out cash whenever you demanded. I loved you so much, Julia. I would have overlooked so much just to have you with me. But I'm done now.
Desmond.
I contacted the man you had your affair with. He is willing to come forward as a witness in case you want to try and get alimony out of me in the divorce.
You contacted him? How did you even find him? I haven't spoken to him in years. You can't do that. I'm used to a certain way of life. You can't just take that from me.
By the way, my attorney should be coming by the house today.
Today? Why?
Actually, he will probably be there soon. I forgot about the time difference. He will be delivering a letter from Alex. If I remember correctly, the letter demands that you stay away from him and his new family. He is remarried now and has a child with his new wife. It also is intended to remind you that he is fully aware of the affairs that you had while you were together.
You're lying. You have to be.
Well, this is goodbye, Julia. I don't want to hear from you again.
Desmond! Talk to me! Please, don't do this!
The lawyer delivered the letter a few minutes after I last talked to Julia. Then she tried to get in touch with me through Madeline when I wouldn't answer her phone calls anymore. Logan intercepted the phone call and put an end to the harassment. He listened to her rant and tell her side of the story for a little while, and then politely shut her down. He told her that it was over for her, and to never contact Madeline again unless she had something kind and unselfish to add to their lives. She moved to a new house after that and changed her number. She didn't tell me where she was going or how to get in touch with her, and I don't really care. Her parents passed away a few years after we got married, so she is entirely on her own now. An old friend contacted me saying they saw her living on the streets. She never worked the whole time we were married, so she had trouble getting a job. She started working at a convenience store to make ends meet and get scolded by teenagers younger than her daughter. Her clothes and hair look tattered, and she seems to have aged decades in the past few months.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to get notifications for the next video.